Hello, and welcome to the Lyman Lipke Guitarcast. I'm Lyman Lipke. I'm the host of this show. It is the penultimate episode of Season 2, which means, for those of similar brain to me, that means second to last. If this is your first time here, I have a bunch of other episodes that you can listen to on Spotify or YouTube. You can catch up on what I've been talking about. What do I talk about here? I talk about all sorts of stuff. I talk about music, practicing, getting better, funny gig stories, gear, all sorts of stuff. Let's talk about the guitar that I've got in my hands right now. My Oscar Schmidt OE40, which reminds me of Old English 800, the 40 ounce. I really love this guitar. I haven't been playing it all that much. I thought I liked the pickup in it, but that was before I started making my own pickups. Once I started making my own pickups, the one that was in here didn't sound all that good to me. So I put a new pickup in here, and I've been experimenting with P90s. And this particular P90 is unpotted, meaning there's no wax that stabilizes the coil to make sure that it doesn't move. So it's microphonic. Probably very prone to feeding back. Speaking of pickups, this is where I'm going to drop the announcement first. My first batch of pickups is available. And there'll be a link in the description of this video where you can check out what pickups that I have available for sale. And each set that I'm going to sell there's going to be an audio sample, me playing on that pickup. So you can pick the one that you want and then buy it, and I send that set to you. How cool is that? Let's listen to just the pickup on this guitar. I will turn off the talk microphone. I am quite happy with the sound. This guitar's got a little bit of a grounding issue, as you might be able to hear. listening to just the pickup. Let's listen to the guitar acoustically. I think it projects quite nicely for a laminate top with, you know, subpar quality wood. And I think if I was to find the correct blend level of microphone and pickup tone, this guitar would be great for a solo guitar record. Things I do want to change about this guitar. It needs new strings. Like, I haven't changed the strings on this in over a year. That's disgusting. When I do that, that means I'm gonna have to change the tuners. I don't like these tuners. Which means I have to change the tuners on this guitar to harvest some. And I have a set of locking tuners for this guitar. And I also want to make a new nut. And then, find a way to fix the grounding issue. I did a little bit. I soldered something directly to the tailpiece, and since I have some extra holes here now, just shoved it, soldered it to the back of the pot. Also, something cool. I have a quick change pickup system. All I have to do, now I've lost the little guy. Come on. You hear the grounding issue. All I gotta do to make the guitar make sound again is plug the pickup back in. So I can change pickups quickly for anything that has these connectors on them. That's something that I've been working on. If you're not gonna check out the pickups that I have for sale, I do want to share the thing that I made. I don't know if I've shared it here yet, but I've been posting to my stories just some egregious guitar mutilation videos. Just a little bit of workshop memes, and I made this. It's the pickup testing guitar. There's big old empty cavity. I can put a board that I have pickups mounted on, and I've got a little thing right here as well that accepts the pickup wires, and I'm just prototyping, but it's basically a telecontrol plate in a old pedal enclosure. So the wires from the pickups go here, and then that goes into essentially a wired control plate, and then I have an output jack. So the pickup testing guitar V2, I want it to look a little bit nicer, as well as have a slot for a 1590B, 1590A, one of the Hammond enclosures, that I can pop this in and have whatever control plate I want. And I'm gonna make the connectors a little bit less janky looking. and maybe be able to use a pickup testing guitar as an actual guitar for performance with quick swap pickup systems. That's something I've been thinking about quite a lot. And I started thinking about that right before I filmed the Kyle episode, and that was something that we talked about after the show, and he helped me with the pickup testing guitars. He gave me the idea of solderless terminals, and I think I'm going to incorporate some of these quick connect wires, but just lots of experimenting. I'm very happy to experiment. So with season 2 of the podcast coming to a close, I want to think about, or I've been thinking about, what I want to do with season 3. And I'm happy to take suggestions on that. Or at least I'm happy to read suggestions on that. Let's be real. And one thing for sure is I'm going to have way more guests next season. I'm also thinking of doing a couple of very specific lectures, rather than letting myself get sidetracked and derailed by my own thoughts about various topics like certain chords, certain melodic ideas, and I still want to do the Q&A stuff. I enjoy answering your questions, but one area I want to focus on is definitely reaching the intermediate guitar player. Because I have a lot of information that's great for advanced guitar players in different degrees of being advanced. Like, you can be very, very technically advanced, but know next to nothing about theory. And believe it or not, the converse is also true. You can be very, very sharp with the theory, but have the hands thing lacking, or not being able to put those theoretical concepts to use in a way that makes sense. And that was the place that I lived as a guitar player for a long time. I did a lot of study. I studied the theory, but I could not put it on the guitar. So that's something that I thought about a lot, and it did a lot of studying to overcome. These 7 positions that was probably the thing that had me make the biggest breakthrough. Getting very comfortable with these positions. And I'll have students come to me frustrated that they haven't gotten these positions committed to memory after a month or a month and a half or 2 months. I did this, all 7 positions, every day, every single day, for a solid half hour or an hour, for 8 months. And then I started getting more comfortable moving through these positions more freely. So that is the worst part about playing the guitar and trying to gain a complete command of the instrument, is doing that fingering work. This sucks. If you're gonna do this, find something else to do while you're doing this. Watch TV, watch YouTube. Play an idle game. I love idle games. And you don't have to do all 7. every day. Do 2 or 3 a day, but do it every day. So by the time you hit 1 week of practice, you've practiced all 7 positions three times. Like if you're doing 3 every day, 7 positions, 7 days, it's 3 times 7, 21 total of the 7 positions. Yeah. I don't know why I'm trying to do math for this. That's just the framework of the guitar. And I like C because I can turn the guitar into the white keys of the piano. F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, A, B, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, etc., etc. And I call that the alphabet game. I tell all of my students to do it every day. If you play it at this tempo, that is 8 notes at 120 beats a minute. Now we're going to do some real math. 3 notes per string, 6 strings, 18. That's 18 eighth notes, meaning 9 beats. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 9 beats at 120 beats a minute. Divide 9 by 2, that's 4.5, which is 4.5 seconds. It takes 4.5 seconds to get through a position. And even if you don't have it fluidly there, like even 120 beats a minute, it takes just 9 seconds to get through a position. You can give yourself a little bit of time to reset for the next one. G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. That's 9-10 seconds per position. Let's call it 10 seconds. That's 70 seconds to get through all 7 positions. 70 seconds. It's 1 minute, 10 seconds. Meaning, if you give yourself a little bit of a break, you can do the alphabet game 3 times in 5 minutes. If you start your practice session that way, and end your practice session that way, if you're practicing half an hour, realistically, it'll only take you 3.5 minutes. So it's like 6 minutes of your practice time that it'll take up. If you do that every day, you will build the connection when you put your finger down here. That has something to do with the letter A. That has something to do with the letter G, B, A, G. Let's just keep playing bag. B, A, G, B, A, G. You'll know where all those are because you've said that letter so many times. A, 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 A. The connection will have been formed. And if you have that for the natural letters, you need a B flat, lower it. You need a B sharp, raise it. And how many keys contain the note B sharp? Just one. The key of C sharp. There's a B sharp in it. It's a real note that exists on the staff sometimes. So, if I wanted to, this is a real roundabout way of doing it, but you can do this to sort of test yourself with the fingerboard. Key of C. If I want the key of F, I just turn all of my B's to B flats. Got a B coming up, I just play it a fret lower. If I want the key of E flat, I would turn all the key of B flat. I'll turn all my E's to E flats. Want the key of A flat? E flat. I'll turn all my A's to A flats. So I got an A coming up, which would be right here. Move that there. Another A coming up. Another A coming up, which would be there. That's the key of E flat, which happens to be position 4 in my system, starting on the 4th fret. So I know where all the notes are on the guitar. I don't have to think about it. That is how you apply theoretical concepts to the instrument. If you have a high level of music theory knowledge, but you're struggling to apply it to the instrument, if you don't know where everything is, like, how are you going to apply that? It's like, you know how roads are designed and made, but you don't have the map. Like, you need the map. Let's play a tune. I've been really digging this tune. Let's talk about that little move. I think the changes there are either I think it's either so G minor 7, C7, F major, D minor, G7, C, or F major, G7, C. So the main thing that I'm thinking about is F major going to G7. Do I have any other pathways to get to G7? Of course, D minor. I don't know if that's in the actual, chart, that real book chart that people look at. So if I'm here and I want to get to here, there's a chord in between. It's an E minor 7. And so this can give me a little bit of contrary motion. It's more pronounced on the 7th string, or on the 7th string. So I got F, essentially F6, E minor, D minor 11, and then I can throw in this chord, A flat 7, which just leads really nicely down to this G13. And then I can get the contrary motion thing happening again. I'm playing B minor 7 flat 5, which is the rootless G9. So we're still on the G7 sound. And that leads us really nicely back to the tonic. So I'll play that slowly. Really elegant move. Very demure. Very mindful of the changes as well. So So if I'm reharmonizing a tune, those are the types of things I'm looking for. What's the big idea? What is the major, like, not major, but what is the important harmonic concept? Like, what is the sort of micro chord progression or the move? Like 4-5-1. 4 and 2 are very, very similar to me. So 4-2-5-1, just a turnaround to 1, or a cadence to 1. And then I slip in a passing chord, 4-3-2-5-1. And I slip in another passing chord, 4-3-2, tritone sub for 5-5. Which resolves to 5. This is just essentially another 5 chord. And as usual on these Mondays, I waited to record the podcast a little too long. So I've got a lesson, like right now. But I appreciate all of you hanging out with me. Next week, or no, not next week, this week, on Thursday, it's the season finale, season 2. And then we're taking a little bit of a break. We're coming back strong. If you're interested in lessons, reach out to me via Instagram or my website, or you can just book one on my website. If you're interested in my pickups, check the link in my in the description. I will be constantly updating that page with what is available and the price and everything like that. And if you've got any questions for the season finale, drop them in the comments. Send me a DM on Instagram. Whatever. We'll make it a big old long episode, and we'll have a good time, and it'll be something for you to chew on before I come back. All right, that's all I got for you. See ya.